Hey guys, this is your boy Marcus, and welcome back to Become a Legend, episode number 32, I believe it to be. And today I have 4 matches for you. I believe it's 4, all of them in the Premier League, because I'm sure you've been kicked. I'm sure you've already been kicked out of the cup competition anyway. So yeah, so the first game, of course, is against Fulham, and Fulham are a very decent side. I think they're fighting for the top 5 or top 6, and then I think they just dropped off. I think they lost a little bit of their concentration in the league and they ended up just dropping down. So in the first couple minutes of the match, we play some good football here. I eventually get the ball here. John Arisa comes out, can't stop me. I just run down the right hand side, do a nice little shot, goes bottom corner, and that's how I roll. I mean, I think the problem with this game is that it's too easy to score goals. Like, once you've played the game for a good, like I have played it, I don't play it solid for a month, but I mean I've played it for maybe about 8 months, like quite solid. And the majority of the time it's the same bloody goals I keep scoring, because there's small variations and glitches. There's very small variations in the way you can actually score goals, hence why I have to keep doing the same sort of things. So with that being said, at halftime it's 1-0 between Swansea and Fulham. Swansea overall have had 7 shots, 5 on target. I think I probably had about 4 of them. So yeah, so in the start of the second half, I mean, I'm just running through here, pass the ball for, I think it's Michu, sorry, not Jonathan de Guzman, and it actually really fortunately hits off Michu and goes into the back. No, is it Michu? It looks like Michu. It is Michu. It hits off Michu, clears it, and it hits on Michu. So 2-0 was the final score between Swansea and Fulham. There were 10 shots, 7 on target from Swansea, 7 shots, 3 on target from Fulham, and man of the match, of course, went to myself. So with it being said, we had 7 shots, 5 on target. There were only 10 shots, 7 on target, so 3 shots, 2 on target from someone else, which was Michu, I'd give a guess, probably. So yeah. So next game is against the West Bromwich Albion, and again, West Brom are an alright team. They were fighting. I think they'll probably come about 7th or 8th. Because there's a lot of teams, because of course I'm playing for Swansea, a team which isn't regularly going anywhere near the Premier League, or anywhere near just in terms of the actual, what am I saying? In terms of the actual title or even the Champions League places, it sort of has distorted the table a little bit. So there, of course, I scored a very alright goal against the West Brom, and then we get from a corner kick, 32 minutes on the clock. I don't score. I don't believe I score. But yeah, there's an own goal somewhere, and then it's just some sort of kerfuffle. I mean, if you're hearing me, like if you hear noise in the background, it's just because I have to click every once in a while because my computer's going a little bit slow today. I'm not really sure why. But anyway, 2-0 at halftime between Swansea and West Brom, and I mean West Brom aren't exactly a good team. Well, they're not a right team, but I mean I've of course played better. So in the 51 minutes on the clock in the second half, there's a cross and there's a ridiculously retarded diving header from myself. I mean, like, it's the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen in my life. Like, did you see it? I mean, I leapt like a salmon through the air, like an absolute amazing man that I am. Anyway, 79 minutes on the clock, through on goal again. Do I get a shot? Wait, do I score a hat-trick? Yes, I do. And that's another hat trick for myself. Of course, last episode I got a hat trick of hat tricks. I don't think it's going to happen in this episode, but yeah, I got a hat trick again. Another one against West Bromwich Albion, and I mean it's a very nice shot. It's right into the top corner. There's nothing really the goalie could have done, and that was that. So the final score was 4-0 to Swansea. Of course, again I'm scoring all these goddamn goals. There are 14 shots, 10 on target, and becoming too big for Swansea's boots. I think it's time for me to move on. But of course, if this series probably going to end at the end of the end of this season, and we'll come back for PES 2014, of course, with a completely new persona and alias, but that's a different story for another day. Anyway, into the game against my home team. Not my home team, but the team I support, Arsenal. Now, Arsenal they're doing alright in the season. I think they were 2nd or 3rd, maybe even 4th, but I'm sure they were like fighting for the top 4 places again, as they usually do. So in the 11th minute of the match, I'm sure they were playing like Scalacci and Judo at the back. So I was just like, yeah, this is going to be a very nice, easy match. And it was a relatively simple match for myself. I scored past Chesney right there. Nice and easy, kissed the Swansea badge. And we're like, yeah, get it up here, all you pricks. And it's a bit ridiculous. I don't really like that celebration because sometimes you actually kiss the wrong side of the badge. It's really weird. But in the 40th minute here, nice little quick free kick from myself. Get away, Michu scores. And yeah, I mean, I don't get an assist for that because I actually had a pre-assist. I assisted before the guy who assisted. I assisted the guy who assisted, so pre-assisting like a boss. Anyway, 2-0 at half time to Swansea. We've had 4 shots, 3 on target. They've had 2 shots, 2 on target. And I think the most hilarious thing is that Wayne Rooney actually plays for Arsenal in my game, not in real life. And like in real life, they're thinking about buying him, which I think is even more hilarious. Because personally, I like Wayne Rooney. I think he would add to the squad, but it's funny that my game has maybe foretold the future. Maybe it has read the future. Who knows? But anyway, look at this little bit of skill for myself. Look at this. Oh yeah, I don't know how I did it. I sort of just stopped and then I decided just to twiggle the analog stick a little bit, and it happened. So I was like, yeah. So 3-0 final score between Swansea and Arsenal, and of course I had a bit into doing every single goal. 9 shots, 6 on target from Swansea, 3 shots, 2 on target from Arsenal. They only had 1 shot in the second half, which is relatively disappointing for a North London side. So the man of the match, of course, I'm sure was me again. Yes, with me with an 8.0 rating. They really need to fix the rating system, considering that you should be able to get higher than 8.0s, especially when you score like 7 goals and it's like, oh, what's your rating? Oh, it's just 7.5. You had quite a poor pass accuracy. It's like, I only had like 20 passes. It's like, yeah, quite poor. Anyway, into the final match of this episode, and it is against Southampton. It's away from home. It's at the St Mary's Stadium. Now, St Mary's Stadium is a hard, hostile crowd, and they're very difficult to beat. They're a weird team, Southampton. I wouldn't say they're a difficult team to beat, but sometimes they just outplay you completely. I don't know how they do it. Because in the first minutes of the match, I'm fair on goal and I should score here. I easily should score here. And for some reason, the keeper made I'm actually happy the keeper made an absolutely amazing save, because it makes it a bit more realistic, and it shows that I'm getting a bit maybe too. How would I say it? A bit too. What the hell is the word? I don't even remember. And there, I think Lallana scores for Southampton. So yeah, I'll come back to it. I'm complacent. That's a word. I think I get a bit too complacent at Swansea, because like every single time I get through on goal, I always aim for the same part, try and get a hard shot away, and always seem to score. Like there again, I miss another shot which I should be scoring. So at half time, it's 1-0 to Southampton. Now, like you're thinking, oh god, I'm gonna actually lose a game. I mean, I've not lost a game in a couple of episodes now, so I don't think I have actually. The last game I lost was absolutely ages ago, because we're like on an absolutely amazing run. And of course, you'll see the table at the end of this episode, and you'll see where we are and all that sort of stuff. So, and yeah, so I mean, here Jonathan Guzman hits the post, and then he should score from the header, but doesn't score from it. It gets cleared away, and then into the last minutes of the match, I'm running through here. I get into the box. Dyer does like a really good cross, and I score it. Nathan Dyer. I was trying to think of his first name and I completely forgot what it was. So Dyer crosses it, I score a nice header into the top corner, literally more or less the last kick of the game from Swansea. We didn't touch it again because they kicked off, played 2 passes, and the whistle blew for full time, and that was the final score. So 1-0. You look at it, we have 13 shots, 7 on target. We really deserve to win, and that's the end of the episode. So my match scores went to myself. That's the individual match records, 8 shots, 5 on target, blah 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 blah. You'll see the table here, and then we'll just end the episode. So the table, we're 5th in the table, and I mean we're 1 point behind Man United, 2 points behind Tottenham. So we just need to win our remaining games, because I'm sure we have to face Man United in the next game. So yeah, so if you have enjoyed this video, subscribe to my channel for more, and catch you later.